Hey y'all, it's St. Pam. First off, I want to apologize if you hear my baby in the background. He may be weighing in with his own unintelligible opinions on this, but I'll try to be brief so that he doesn't interrupt too much. So, today, what I'm going to be doing is something a little bit different. I'm going to be focusing on something that is specifically happening in World of Warcraft right now since the patch dropped. And it is causing some issues. Now, I know I usually don't post multiple videos like this within the 2 weeks here lately, but I felt this was important, and I am thinking about increasing my frequency. So, just for future reference, you may see videos coming from me weekly in the future. Now, I'm sure that thanks to sites like Massively and what have you, that you're all already aware of this. But as I said, since the patch dropped, there's been an issue, and it's thanks to the cross-realm zoning that WoW does. And this issue is that the cities have started to fill, or actually literally be, empty. At least some of the time, and at least to a few people at any given time. It isn't just the cities, though. It's been noticeable in the world as well, more so than it had been before. And why is that? What change have they made? What adjustment did they make to make it so much more noticeable in the world? I understand the cities we hadn't really been seeing, or there hadn't been cross realm zoning, but out in the world, I don't really understand what's changed there. Now, you may think that your RP mod is showing you how many role players there are in an area, but since the patch, there's a decent chance that you're actually all by yourself. This very thing actually happened to me in Zul'Gurub. That is where my guild role plays. I am in a troll-only guild, and on our server, we've kind of claimed the city for our own. Though that doesn't mean other people can't roleplay. It's just, you know, you may have some trolls to deal with. Now, I logged out briefly to activate a mod, one of the role-playing mods actually, and logged back in to find myself alone when moments before there had been 4 other trolls sitting outside the gates of Zul'Gurub with me. Though my guildies were still there and role-playing with one another, though they could still see each other, I could not interact with them. I could see them thanks to the mod on the map, so I knew they were there, but I could not see them in the game itself. It took me 4 attempts before I finally saw a few of them show up. Not even all of them, but I saw a few of them. This is unacceptable. Whether you are a role player or not, it's unacceptable. The whole purpose of the cross-realm zoning was to make the world feel more populated, and it is making it feel more empty. Role players may not be the largest demographic in World of Warcraft, but we are the most loyal. I have returned to WoW again and again and again because of the friends that I have made through role-playing. I have played WoW since the beginning, on and off. Sometimes I am forced to take a hiatus due to issues in the real world. Sometimes I just need a little bit of a break. It happens. But it's never been for more than a year. I do not come back for new features or the expansions, though they are interesting. I don't have a problem with them. They're just not the reason I really come back. I come back for my fellow role players. I come back for the people in the guild that I have come to know over the years. I come back for friends that aren't in the guild that I've known across multiple servers. I come back to experience the storylines that we can create together. But how can any of us do that if we can't find one another? The answer is that we can't. Whether you're in a role-playing guild or not, it's going to be more difficult for you to interact with your fellow PvPers, fellow raiders. It's going to be more difficult to interact with them outside of chats, outside of whispers, outside of guild chat, to interact with them in the real world because of the adjustments that have been made to the cross-realm zoning. Now, those of you who have watched previous videos know that I absolutely hate mega servers. I'm not a fan of the cross-realm zoning in the first place. But it wasn't so bad. It didn't affect it too badly. Sometimes I might not be in the same zone with my guildies, but that did not happen often, and even when it did, I did not feel like I was completely alone because I saw other people. So I put up with it because it wasn't as bad as it could have been. This is as bad as it could be. So Blizzard, please readjust the cross-realm zones. Please put it back to the way it was. WoW does not need mega servers, and this change may well destroy at least one community. That's all that I have for now. Thank you all for listening. If there's something you would like to hear me talk about on a future video, leave that in the comments. Send it to me on Twitter. Just let me know. And as before, there'll be links to my DeviantArt page and my Etsy shop in the comment below. Again, thank you all for listening, and I hope you all have a great night.